Right, I'm just on the bank ahead of what is hopefully going to be a great weekend's fishing for everybody, and I thought it'd be a really nice opportunity to show you something that might catch you a few more fish this weekend, and that is using the Bosher. Now, I do so much feeder fishing that I've realised how powerful using bait up feeders can be on commercials to introduce lots of bait. You can be really accurate because obviously you've got a clip on, so if I wanted to fish out into the lake, I could put like 20 meters clipped up, I could put 2 lots of hard pellets over the top, chuck my method in, or if I want to feed some bait down the edge really quickly, really accurately, I can just scoop some bait in, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So there's 3 sizes to use, all right? There's the what I'm calling the man bosh. I mean, that is a proper boshing feeder, that is. It holds loads of bait. It's the Coke can, isn't it? So realistically, this is only something I'm going to use if I'm on a massive water, somewhere really big that will introduce massive volumes of bait. That video I shot in Poland, that was a great feeder to use. Realistically, unless I'm putting in like maybe some ground bait, I don't tend to use that feeder quite as much here in the UK. The other 2 sizes are my favourite. So first of all, the medium. This is like my go-to feeder because I feel like you can be really positive without overdoing it with this feeder. So just to give you an idea of a classic way I might load this feeder up, I'll scoop in some 6 mils, probably like 2/3. Give it a bit of corn in there as well because I love a bit of corn just for a bit of colour, and then either use micros or nice wet ground bait to hold it in. Wet ground bait's a little bit of a secret of mine, to be honest, because you can really squash it in, but because that ground bait's so wet, the impact just washes it away. So it's in there okay to cast, but then it washes away and you're dumping out huge great piles of bait all over your peg. So that's why I think that's so important. And I know that you can have feeding feeder rods and some great rods for it, and I love a feeding feeder rod. It's like my go-to, but my feeding feeder rod is set up with braid on it, and it's there so I can empty the bait. Not everywhere you go allows you to fish with braid. If braid's banned at the fishery, don't think you can use a feeding rod with braid on it because you're still going against the rules. So all I do is just set up another rod. This is an 11-foot Monster X with 8-pound line on, and I can just clip any of these feeders on I like. If I wanted to fish accurately over the top, I could stick them up at a distance, but better still, today at Psych House, it's been brilliant underarming this feeder. I've been underarming this medium feeder with some big particles down the edge and then lobbing my method feeder straight over the top. So if you're going out this weekend, give these sort of bait up style feeders a try because they really will change your catch rate.